One of the ways I've been explaining people to go to some of the countries, developed world, is to go through education. And in order to go through education, obviously you have to get a student visa. So what are the requirements to get a student visa? How do you get student visa as international student? Let's say you applied, you want to come to America and you want to come as a student. What do you need to have in order to get student visa? What will be the challenges, obstacles, and what are the ways you can be able to have secure, or the ways of a little bit guaranteeing or giving you more chances of getting student visa? When I'm talking about the US visa requirements for international students are more or less the same with the requirements for the student visas in other countries in the developed world. So this will be just like the general student visa requirements, and I'll be giving some exception on certain countries when I talk, for instance, about Norway, for instance, about when I talk about the visa requirement in America, I'll be pointing some of those smaller differences from one country to another. Welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo EBM, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel, EBM Scholars, the headquarters of opportunities, where we share opportunities and different ways to succeed and reach our excellence. If today is your first time to come to my YouTube channel, thank you, and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Remember to share this video to others. If you are not a student, you are not looking for opportunity to become a student, just share the video to others and like this video. By liking, you are recommending, you make YouTube to recommend my video to other people, so much they'll be able to also access these kind of opportunities. So there are two ways on how you can be able to secure or have a higher chances of getting visas. Number one, obviously it will be a route of scholarship, and another one on your own. So these are two ways you can be able to use. But let's go down. If you are going to apply for a student visa, first of all, you have to be admitted at the university. You have to be admitted at the school you're supposed to go. Because it was funny, one day someone told me, oh, there is one guy in Canada, his agent is helping us to get the student visa. I asked, what is your education? You mentioned the level of education. So how does the person go, oh, you just pay the money, he's going to give you all the documents, and then you are going to get the visa. I said, do you know student visa means you are a student. You have to be admitted at the university to get that visa first of all. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, you don't just get the visa and you go to that country to find a university. So from day one, you are going already assigned to a particular university. So don't ask me, how can I get a student visa? Can I just come to America and then become a student? First of all, as a student visa is F1 visa here in America is called, you have to be admitted. So number one thing, apply to the university. This is a common to all countries. Whether it's in Norway, whether it's Finland, whether it's whatever, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, whatever country it is, number one, you have to apply for the university and get admitted. So that be in bachelor degree, master's, PhD, whatever it is, you have to apply to a school. So each country, each university might have their different regulations or procedures on how to apply. That's not purpose of this video. Apply, get admission for the level you are going to study. So let's say for this particular way, you are applying for a bachelor degree or master's degree or PhD, you got admission. Apart from admission, then the second part, it comes to the finances. In order to be allowed to go to apply for that particular visa, you have to tell the university first, how are you going to pay for the school? You tell the university first. In America, plan is this way. When you apply, you get admission. So there are two ways. If you are given a scholarship by the university, it will be part of the admission letter. if you are given admission without scholarship as a self-financing student, they will tell you you don't have a scholarship, you're just being admitted. That means then that is the second part. So it will be that if you will be cover the cost, everything on your own. And the cost is divided into two. There is a cost which is going called tuition and fees, and then there is living expenses. The tuition and fees, tuition, it means the amount of the money we call school fees is the amount of money you pay the university direct related to the course of study. Fees might be student fee. Fees can be insurance. Fees can be other things related. And then there will be living expenses. And the living expenses will differ from one city to another city, from one state to another state. So for instance, you can be all in California, but someone who is in San Francisco, the cost of living is different from someone who is in, let's say, San Diego, though entire California is more expensive. Or someone who is in Kansas City, yes, Kansas, Missouri is cheaper, is different from the cost of living from someone who is into the smaller cities in Kansas or Missouri. So that will be determined by the living cost of the particular area. So they will tell you, the university will tell you, if you have for instance, you applied, the tuition and the fees is 20,000, and they say we have given you 20,000, so 20,000 will be there, and they will tell you the living expenses for this particular city for full academic year is, let's say, 10,000. So you have to show a bank statement of 10,000 from your country. That means I'll be able to cover this one. Then they'll give what you call immigration form number 20, I-20. That form, along with the admission, then you are going to fill what you call service and other application, visa application form. Then you are going to the visa interview. That is in America. In Norway or Scandinavian, there is no tuition and fees. So if there is no tuition and fees, when you apply, if you get admission, obviously there will be no tuition and fees is this amount. There is no that one. There will be living expenses. So you have to show how much money do you have for the living expenses. And the living expenses you have to cover, the cost of living in Norway, average per year is about 12,000 US dollar. So you have to show 12,000. And by showing, it's different from America now. For instance, in Norway, they don't want for you to show from your microfinance bank, whatever bank you have in your own country. They want for you to show the money which is in the bank in Norway. So if you do not have account in Norway, which you don't have, or you don't have a friend in Norway to say, like, which I don't agree to give you money from your friend, whatever, you are allowed to give the money you deposit into the school bank account, the university in Norway. Then the university will give you a letter that, okay, you have satisfied the condition that you are able to pay. In America, they give you I-20. In Norway, they don't give you I-20. You have to show the money is in the Norway bank, and they give you a letter of showing that you have the money. That letter of admission and the letter you have the money, then you are going to the Norwegian embassy to apply for the visa. In some of the universities in England, if not mistaken, I don't know if they have changed. It used to be if you have the money, you have to pay also to the university first. So it depends on country to country. Then when you go to the US embassy, so if you don't have full scholarship or you have partial scholarship, the remaining amount you have to prove that you are able to satisfy. If you are going as a fully self-financing student, yes, on the I-20, for instance, in America, you have this bank account. So the same bank account and the statement you'll use the same one to go to the visa interview to show that you'll be able to pay yourself over there. But if you have, the question you might be asking me, what if I have full scholarship? Will I need to have any other documentation like bank statement? This will be a perfect example, and I'll have the perfect answer for you. My first visa was coming as a Fulbright scholar. It was a full funded program by Department of State through US Embassy. So I didn't have to show any documentation because it was full funded. When I was going to do my master's as F1 international student at the University of San Diego, I had, first of all, I was given 36,000 for tuition and fees. And I got another external scholarship from Rotterdam Ambassador of 24,000. So I took both of these one. So admission letter with 36,000 and proving that I have extra money. So I showed those one. I didn't have to show bank statement. If you are fully funded, you are all covered. You don't need any bank statement. But if you are not fully covered, or you are going to be 100% pay on your own, obviously you need to have a bank statement. So here are the things you need to be careful on the bank statement. Don't take a bank statement of your friend, because they will ask you who is sponsoring you, who is going to cover these costs. You cannot say my co-worker, my friend is going to pay for me $25,000 for you to go to study in America. That will be crazy. Sometimes people say, oh, my uncle, my stepdad, whatever. Yeah, but sometimes they might ask a question. If your uncle, your aunt is paying for school fees, does the auntie or uncle, do they have kids of their own? Yes. If yes, which country are they studying? Why your uncle, aunt, they are not taking their children to America, to England, to Sweden? They are taking you, who is not a blood, you're not immediately family, for you to go to study in America. Why? If the matter of going to study, they'll look about, we're going to study what course? Sociology, business administration, political science. That course you can study here at the University of Nairobi. You can study here at Kenyatta University. You can study here at KwaZulu-Natal. You can study here at Kwame Nkrumah, wherever. Why? Why are you going to pay $20,000 per year to study political science in America, while at the University of Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, you can pay $1,000 and it can cover living expenses and tuition and fees, everything? Why? And you are saying, because among other things, apart from that, you have to prove the non-immigrant intent that I will be coming to my home country. Why are you going to use over $100,000 to get a political science degree, and you come to your country, the bachelor degree of political science, you're going to get paid maybe $600-800? It doesn't make sense. So you have to be conscious. That's why I encourage people to apply for scholarships. If you have a scholarship, 100%, it is easy to justify, I'm going to that university, it's the best university, and I got a full funded scholarship program. So it is easier. But if you say, I want to go to Stanford because it's a bigger university, I'm going to pay $40,000 per year, and the course is the normal course. It's not like microbiology. It's not like civil engineering, high-tech stuff. It's just a basic course. Be careful on that one. Because apart from showing the bank statement, if you are self-financing, apart from having scholarship will be having fewer questions. But if you are going, no matter whatever, there will be a question from the U.S. consular officer or the consular office of any country. They will ask you, will you be coming back to your home country? They can ask blank like that way, or they can ask, prove to me that you will be coming home after your studies. In America, we call proving non-immigrant intent. Why? Because by law, by the U.S. visa policy, it says as follows. The U.S. regulations require the consular officer who considers your visa application to assume that you want to become immigrant or to remain in the United States on the permanent basis to become green card holder and later U.S. citizen. In order to qualify for international student visa, F1 or J1, whatever, you must prove that your visit or stay to the United States will be temporarily, in the nature that you will be returning to your home country after completion of your studies in that particular country. Consular officers call this as non-immigrant intent, proving to them that you'll be going there on the temporary basis, stay in that country for the duration of stay prescribed by your degree program. After finishing, you'll be coming to your home country. And what are the things which will be able to be convincing the consular officer of whatever country it is to show that you'll be coming to your home country? Is the stronger ties, stronger financial, you have employment, family ties of your country. Those will be able to help. Do you have a home? What kind of employment? Do you have business? What assets do you have? Not just by saying, I'm very committed, I'm likely, I want to come back because I love my country so much. Those are just unnecessary words. So those are the things you need to know and plan ahead. That's why I convince every time people to apply for scholarships. At the end of this video, look above here, there is this book, PhD Scholarships for Africans in the United States. This book has 498 pages. I give this book for free. In the description of this video and in the comment, I'm going to put the link where you can be able to get scholarships. But this is not just because I've studied PhD. Over 40% of this page is giving instructions on how to apply and get scholarships, whether it is in America, whether it is in Europe, whether it is in Australia, whether it's in New Zealand. Those procedures don't change. Recommendation letters, statement of purpose, writing good resume, making good applications, all those kind of things don't change. No matter where you're applying, whether you're applying for bachelor, master's, PhD, these steps are here. So get this free book through the download, so that once you get full funded scholarships, you'll likely be able to be getting scholarship and getting the visa without a problem. But if you go to the US Embassy with your full funding and it's not your money, or it's not your parents' money, it's any other person, you have a very tough time to convince the consular officer that my relative, my friend, my neighbor is paying for my school fees. Good luck with that one. So thank you so much, each and everyone, for your continued support. Remember to share this video to others. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel in case you haven't done so. Goodbye, everyone.